Right, so this is the part 2 of the Code Planner project. Like in part 1 we have seen what is the project and how we built it. So in this particular video we will be seeing what are the features we have included it and how we used to implement those additional features. Fine. So if you are directly coming here, then I would request you should watch the first part of this project. So let me show you the introduction of this project. So project is all about the online judge. It's an online judge, or it's, you can call it as online compiler also, where you can submit your code, your compile your code, as well as the solve the problems which we are like, if you don't know, I am running a DSA series onto my YouTube channel and you can follow from there. So of course you would be needing a space to submit your code. So for that I am providing you a platform to submit your code as well as to run your code. So this is the platform where you can do all the necessary things. You do not have to go anywhere. So this project is like the main motivation was behind the scene of this project was to provide you the features, or to provide you the platform where you can do all the necessary things related to competitive programming or your coding skills. So this was the introduction, and in my previous video I have shown you like what is this project and how I made it. Fine. So in this particular video I will be showcasing you what are the new features I have implemented it and how I implemented them. And of course if you need the entire code, then you can mail me. I can provide you the entire code of backend as well as the front end, because I have already using the backend into here also. So let us quickly see the features which I have introduced into this particular release. The first feature was, I promised to you, theme feature. What is theme feature? Previously we were not having this drop down changing the theme. So now from here you can change your theme. Like you can see currently it is selecting Dragula. You can change theme to anything. You have option. You can change your theme to anything, whichever you want. So I personally like this one, terminal. I really like this, as well as the first one, which is Dragula. That is why I have by default selected it. You can choose anything. So this is the feature and how I implemented that feature actually. So as I told you already that I am using this ACE editor for storing my, or for entering my code. Fine. So I have separated it out also, my code editor, into another component. So this is the editor. I mean, HTML is very simple. Let us talk about the Angular or TypeScript code. So if I show you the specific implementation of that feature, how I implemented the theme feature. So theme is like this. This is the method which I have built to set the theme. So from here you will be passing the theme, which theme you want to select, and using this method, what I am doing, if I go to that method directly, here what I am doing, I am accessing the object of this particular ACE editor, and it provides me a set theme method, and I have to pass the theme. So that's how I have to pass the theme. It's very simple actually. So this was the first feature. Second was to storing the font also, to change the font. This is another theme and I really like this one, so I would be staying on this. Font feature is you can change the font to anything. Fine, you can change the font to this also. And for that I have provided a drop down. I have not provided a text box. It is intentionally to provide a drop down. If you want to change it for your convenience, you can do that. Fine. So this is another feature, and same, what was the implementation for that? It was also simple. For font, if you can see, this is the function, and in the object of ACE editor we have a function called set options. In the set options function we can pass an object called font size. Font size is the property, and here we should have value we are passing from the drop down. So this is second feature. Third one is remembers feature. This is a most interesting one, which is let me show you. Let us say if currently Dragula theme is selected, and if I want to select my terminal theme, and if I want to open or refresh it again, then it should not be gone. It should be existed or stored into the session. So for that So this is something very interesting feature, I would say. So if I try to open it the same URL onto another domain, then still I would be having same theme. Fine. So what is the implementation of that? And this is also very simple. What I used to do when I setting the theme or when I changing the theme, let me show you. When I am setting the theme, fine, here set editor theme. So look at here very carefully, and on ng changes, what I'm doing, I'm setting the value of the theme into my local storage, and whenever I'm refreshing or whenever I'm loading it, I'm just simply getting the value from local storage and assigning the same theme. Fine. So if you clear your local storage data, then of course this theme data would be gone. And same I'm doing for font size, and same I'm doing for what, for language also. Fine. Because if you will change your language as C# or C++, then it would be also be stored onto the session. It will not go anywhere. Fine. So this is the most interesting feature which many platforms are having. So that is why I have already implemented it. Fourth feature is separate editor. Separate editor means, if you can see here, this editor is related to the problem which we are solving. Let us say I want to solve this problem of 2D array or dynamic programming. So this particular editor is associated with this code or this problem. I can compile the code from here, I can submit the code from here. But what if you want to run your sample code, if you want to compile your sample code? So for that, if you can see here, we have an editor button also. So on clicking of this, you would be redirected to another page, which will contain all the features of the main page, like language, monocoy, and font size. If you noticed here, we have already selected C++ by default. Why? Because in the previous page we selected C++ our language, so that is why. And same goes for all the drop downs, font size and everything. So from here you can compile your code. Let me show you a very simple example. What? The code planet. Of course I will print my site name. So let us try to compile it. Compile and run basically. So as you can see, I'm getting my output, and I have also designed these two also. Fine. And along with that, the feature which I have not listed here, which is autocomplete feature. I hope you have noticed it, which is, if you will type here anything system, then the suggestion would be auto loaded. For that, this is not easy one. Of course I have to do many, like most of my time went into this research only, how I can make my editor which should be auto populated the suggestions. So for that, the implementation for this is also simple, but the R&D work was very heavy. So for our suggestions, if you can see here, for suggestion, what I used to do, it would be on to our ng on changes. Okay, so for enabling the suggestion, I just have to enable these three options: enable basic autocomplete and enable live completion, and this has to be followed. This is optional. And if you want to enable, or if you want to add your custom snippets, then you can enable it. So you just have to enable these two options basically. Fine. And along with that, in some of the cases you might have to include like a file into your index.html, which is this one, this file, language tools. This is sometimes you need, sometimes you don't need, so it is conditional. If your code is not working, then you will have to add that file. So this is done. Default code feature. Now next feature is default code. What is default code? So let me go to my previous code. If you can see here, currently we are having only this default code, but the problem of recursion requires some or like more default code. In the recursion we only need to complete the body of the function. So for that I have already included this feature, and this feature is from backend. Of course I will have to use my backend. So as you can see, I am opening this particular program, which is Tower of Hanoi. So if you can see here, I am having my default code, and now if I compile it, I will not having any error, because I just have to complete the body of that function, and I am done with that. So for that, what I did, like of course in my previous video I shown you the how I can add a problem. So onto that particular section I have added another text editor. For that, what would be the default code that has to be associated with that problem. So if we have added the default code, then the default code would be loaded. If not, then the language default code would be the logic loaded. And this particular feature is for now, this feature is just for Java language. I would be adding for C++ and Python and other languages also, but for now this is for just for Java. If you will see, for C++, we do not have any method for that. So I would be adding that also in future. So for that, what I am doing, like in the database table, I have created another column, and in that column I am storing my value. This is really simple. And last feature is autocomplete. This is I have already covered. So these are the all features which I have introduced into this particular release of this project. And if you want to submit your code, then of course you can submit your code from here. You can do these many operations from here also. And the very important, if you need code, or if you want to show this project into your college as a final year project, so then you can contact me at this. I can provide you the code also. Of course I cannot provide the code publicly. Why? Because I am using it also for my completion or my YouTube channel, so that is why I am leaving it. Let us not mention the mobile number, otherwise this would be show off. So if you need code, if you really or genuinely need code, I can do that. Fine, I can provide you if you need that. So I think that's it for this particular session. So you can connect with me over LinkedIn also. We can discuss any type of query there. And if you want me to build the entire project from scratch, then I can do that as well. And each and every point, each and every concept, each and every implementation I can explain. So let's see what you want from me. Let's have your doubt into comments. I will be checking all of them. So that's it from my side for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you.